Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you're enjoying it. Please subscribe, share and make comments about anything you want me to discuss. Predictions of the property market in 2021. That's what we're going to look at. Wow. I've been reading a lot. I keep my finger on the pulse of the property market in the UK, and what's interesting over this last week, especially since the budget and around the budget time, is that there's so many people jumping in. When I say people, companies. Rightmove says that house prices will rise by 4% in 2021. Zoopla says it's going to rise by 5%. Halifax said there will be a fall between 2 and 5%. Savills are saying that predicts there's going to be an increase of 1.5%. Knight Frank say a rise of 1%. And the Centre of Economics and Business Research predicts house prices could fall by 5% in 2021. What is the truth and what is the right prediction to go for? Look, guys, I don't think it's right just to say that there's going to be a fall. I've been saying there will be a fall all the way along, and I still believe that we will see a bit of a decline just because of the way that people are losing jobs. Let's think of it logically and practically. A lot of people have lost their jobs, their income. So a lot of people have taken holidays on mortgages. And a lot of people are not in position to buy. For the people who are more wealthy, yes, they will keep buying. I can tell you, in January this year, we had the biggest growth, 24% up on the previous January of 2020. It's massive. But why? Because they put this stamp duty in, and we're going to touch stamp duty in a minute, all right? But they said, look, there's a deadline, everyone's rushing. But I don't think it's fair just to say, look, house prices are going to rise or they're going to fall without going to specific areas, all right? So, look, please don't be offended, but in Grimsby is one of the lowest capital growths in the country, all right? 0.1%, maybe, 1%. It really is a low growing capital rate. Now, if you want to invest in Grimsby, then you're only going to invest for cash flow, not for capital growth. So what will happen in Grimsby when we start to see a slowdown and everything? Will they drop in value? Not by a lot, I don't think. They might start just to slow down and just to, they're pretty steady. But if it goes down by, 3 or 4, 5%, it's not a huge amount in the grand scheme of things. So if a property is £70,000 and it goes down by 3%, that's, £2,100. It's gone down, not huge. Where are you going to see the bigger things? I think, as always, in central London, in Knightsbridge, in Bayswater, maybe, and in central, around that Knightsbridge area, you are going to see, 5, 10, 15% drop easily, because there's always a correction in the market in certain places. And what am I talking about? You're talking about apartments which are worth 5, 6, 7 million pounds, and they will correct. They do every time there's a bit of a wobble. They do. And those statistics will be shoved into a box and given out around. Personally, look, I'm not a lover of Zoopla in the way that they give an average house price on a street. That's one thing I don't like about Zoopla. Why? I was doing some research on a property and I look at certain sites. One of my mentees was using it, so I went on to Zoopla, had a look. And this particular road, for the mentee, he wanted to buy something about 220,000, but it said average house prices sold in the area was about 188. So I did some background research into it, and it was because one of the houses had fire damage, and it sold for a ridiculous price of something like £55,000. But what they've done is they put that into the matrix, and so they've pulled it out, and it gives you a false average reading. So if you're doing research, you need to go a little bit further back. And indeed, these properties were worth around about £220,000. But I think it's going to be area specific. All right. In Lincoln, we've got a new medical centre come in the university. That has given a boost. So I don't think we're going to feel it too much. We might drop 2-3%. If you're going further up, and most commentators who I respect are saying further north, let's take Sunderland, Middlesbrough and the like over there, northeast, I think they will suffer a bit. I think they will experience maybe somewhere between 4 to 8% drop over the 2021. I do. I think places like Manchester especially is going to do very, very well. I think they will grow. I honestly do. I think parts of London will grow. I think when you're going out to the extremities, Liverpool, I hope Liverpool comes up, but they are already in my opinion, in trouble in the in the regeneration. It's just not enough being invested in Liverpool to make the biggest difference that they need there. So would you buy in Liverpool? Yes, in certain places, yes, but you've got to know your area. Go and buy in the wrong area and it'll drop and you'll get nothing. And you've got to think, if you're new into property, who are your tenants? So don't just buy a property on numbers alone. Buy it with who is your client. If you were selling a watch, okay, and you wanted to sell it to a specific client, you're going to think very carefully where you're going to find those clients. It's really interesting to me that a lot of people come into property, they don't even think where their clients are coming from. You buy it in a deprived area, you'll have people, you'll have a low rent, and you'll have people who are on low income or on benefits, which is no problem, but you need to understand what you want to achieve. If you want higher rent, so you're going to have to go for professional areas where people are going to pay over the amount that anyone on benefits or low incomes can afford. So now you're being more specific. You've got to think. So is it all about numbers? No, it's not. I'm never worried about market drops. I think it's just a great opportunity. So with what I do is I look for property, I invest in it, and if it goes down, I've got no problem because I'm adding value to it. I'm always increasing the value. Always increasing, always increasing. I've got the plans here now. 3 lots of plans. This is the flats that I'm doing. They're the flats. 7 flats in there. This one here, I'm turning into 4 flats. And there's more. We're building houses and doing all sorts. There's another one which we think we can build 3 houses. And I'm talking to an architect later today on another one. So, if it's a market where it starts to drop in value, don't be worried about it. Just think clever. Don't be freaked out and say, I'm not going to buy. Just be wary. So I fully expect the market to go down, but it's not stopping me. In actual fact, I've never been busier and I'm looking for more stuff. Look, one of the things I'm looking for is land to build 6 to 20 properties. Not the luxury ones. I'm not interested. But if that's close to you, drop me a line or an email and I'll have a look at it. It's something more that I want to do and I need more sites. We've got the funds, I just need more sites. So the prediction is, yes, in places they are going to drop. In some places I think they're just going to grow. All right, Manchester in particular. Will there be places in Manchester that drop? Yes, absolutely. But watch Manchester. It's a city that I have earmarked and I think it's going to be the place to invest. I think the markets are going up and up and up. It's somewhere where I'm looking as well. And I think that can be really exciting. Quick bit now on stamp duty. So stamp duty, I did say, so if you go back in my videos, I've been saying I think they're going to extend it to the end of September. And guess what they've done? Well, they've extended it to the end of June this year, and that's great, for up to £500,000. That means investor or private residents, you're going to save a maximum of £15,000 maximum. Okay, that's brilliant. So they've done that to the 30th of June. That gives people even time now to go and find something, buy and take that advantage. However, after that, they're going to extend it to the end of September. But from June to September, it's only going to be on £250,000 houses. So the saving will not be the full £15,000, it's going to be a lot less. So look at that and understand that, look, if you can get something over the line, especially if you're buying it up to £500,000, it's going to save you a shed load of money. £15,000 stays in your pocket, which is really, really good, and that's something that I'm considering as well. We've already got something in the pipeline on one, and can we buy another? And we're talking with a business partner, maybe a third. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe, share, and comment, and have a wonderful week. God bless you. Bye bye.